Hey guys, Delta here, and the Destiny beta is back online. Welcome to all the Xbox One and Xbox 360 players who have been sitting there waiting, totally jealous of the rest of us who have had this for quite some time now. I had to get my little dig in there, I guess. So, in this video, we are going to be talking about the next class, the second class I played as in the alpha, and now the second class I have played as in the beta, and that is, as you probably saw in the title of this video, and I should just get to the point, is the Titan class. And it's basically what it sounds like. It's kind of the most Space Marine-like of the classes, I guess. But let's talk right off the bat about the subclasses. There are two that we know of, as is the same for the Warlock and the Hunter, but there is also that one open slot that could be nothing. It could be an unannounced subclass, or maybe it's a spot for a DLC that they have planned out, because we know there's two major expansions planned already. So the first of those subclasses is the one you're seeing in this video. It's the one that everyone has access to, and that is the Striker. It's the starting subclass, and obviously it's what you're seeing. The second is called the Defender. I haven't really looked into it too much because it's unavailable in the beta. It's unlocked at level 15, so it's not something that we're going to get to mess around with until the full game releases. Now, like I said earlier, the Titan is the most Space Marine-like of the classes, I guess. It has a low recovery and agility rating. And to correct what I said in the last video about recovery, that is basically purely on your health or your shields or whatever. Stuff like your grenades and your melee and all that is affected by stuff that's actually attached, ratings that are attached to your armor. So that's strength, discipline, and there's one other that is escaping me right now. But those three can affect the timing of those. Recovery is purely health. So the higher your recovery, the faster your health comes back. So that's obviously very, very useful, but both of those are down at 8%. It makes up for it a bit with a very high armor rating, the highest starting armor rating of all the classes at 45%. So I haven't noticed a huge difference in how much damage I can take with each class. Like there's a bit of a difference, I'd say, that the Titan can take a little more of a beating before he goes down. But it's nothing huge that I've experienced so far. Maybe as you get further through the game, that's going to become different. Maybe Titan armor, when you get the higher level stuff, will have more of an armor rating than Warlock, level 20 Warlock stuff. I don't know. I haven't looked insanely into this. I'm kind of trying to leave a lot of stuff to be discovered when the full game comes out. It's why I've kind of slowed down in playing the Destiny beta a bit. Partially because I have a massive PS3 backlog, partially because the Last of Us series is coming up, and partially because I don't want to get burnt out. So those are kind of the starting stats for the Titan. As you can with all the classes, you can then focus on different stats as you advance through the skill tree. So there will be options to kind of focus on all the stats to increase all three stats a little bit, or you can focus on two specifically and increase them a little bit more. Personally, I think I'm going to end up going with recovery and armor for this class, because it is kind of that frontline heavy, lead the charge into battle. So, getting faster health recovery and amping up my armor just seems like the right decision for that class. And part of what is the beauty of that, being able to choose those little details, is it does allow you to find your playstyle and tune your character towards it. As I talked in the last video, each piece of armor, each weapon has its own skill tree, so then you can go in and tune each weapon, and just it's gonna be fun when the full game comes out, and like getting set up. Imagine getting like all legendary gear, so everything has the biggest skill tree possible, and being able to just fine tune every little detail to fit your playstyle and be unique to you. And that sounds awesome. Really, it just sounds awesome to me, at least. Totally something that appeals to me. Again, this is the third time I've mentioned it. The Titan is like the most Space Marine sort of character in the game. Bungie said that that's kind of their inspiration. It takes probably the most inspiration from Master Chief of all the classes in the game. Halo players should feel right at home in Destiny no matter what, but especially so with the Titan, just with its increased armor and the grenade options it has, which I'll get into a little later. But I personally think that class is the most Halo Master Chief like of all the classes. So let's talk about the Titans. Super, I talked about it a bit in the Warlock video, just referenced it. It is called the Fist of Havoc, and it is kind of awesome because it does a solid amount of area of effect damage like the Warlock Super. Not quite as much, maybe because I haven't upgraded it yet. It'll get better, but you basically, jump up and two-hand smash the ground and do some massive, massive damage, and you got that area of effect that can wipe guys out and totally disintegrate their bodies, which is a cool-looking effect, by the way. And like the Warlock's Super, it is very good for clearing out flags, and this one especially is good for clearing out kind of close quarters areas in PvP. What I found with the Warlock, the Nova Bomb, is in close quarters areas. If you jump up too high or mess something up, sometimes you'll clip like part of the wall or part of the ceiling and end up killing you instead. That might just be me being an idiot, but it's happened. With this, you're less likely to see something like that because it's a much shorter jump, and you're just smashing the ground and it sends out a shockwave, which is a kind of a standard sort of attack. But it's pretty awesome. It looks cool. Like I said, it can disintegrate enemies, which looks freaking amazing. And it's great for clearing out guys in close quarters in PvP. I'm sure it'll be just as effective in PvE. I haven't really played much PvE with the Titan in the beta yet. Each class, of course, has its own double jump. The Titan's is called the Lift. It is somewhere in between what the Warlock and the Hunter has. The Warlock has that glide ability that I talked about. The Hunter is basically a pure double jump that can be upgraded then into a triple jump. This is sort of like a jetpack, is what the Lift is. It gives you that boost of kind of a double jump and sends you up, and it's a constant boost. But then it drops off, it cuts off, and it gives you a little short bit of a glide, but then you drop back. So it's not quite as effective for covering long distances as the Warlock's glide ability. It has that kind of double jump to get up high areas like the Hunter does, but you do get a bit of a glide in there, so you can cover more distance. Like I said, it's pretty much exactly between those two abilities. So it's it's useful. It's nice. Of course, all the maps have verticality to them, so it's nice to have. And then the grenades. You start off with the flashbang grenade with the Titan that does damage and blinds enemies. The damage seems to be limited to a fairly small area that'll do enough damage to kill you, basically. But it blinds enemies for a pretty good distance, making them vulnerable to be taken down through other means. You can also unlock the pulse grenade, which does damage over time inside its blast radius. And then there's the lightning grenade, which is the same thing. It does damage over time in its blast radius, but also it sticks to surfaces. So that's kind of awesome. But that's basically it. That's all that we can really talk about with the Titan class right now. That's the basics of that class. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna, honestly, I'm looking forward to playing all the classes in the game. It's gonna be, it's gonna be something cool and different each time. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe it was helpful to some of you. Like, comment, share it around, and I'll see you guys next time.